Mary, tell us about your love story, how you and Sonny met.
Well, we met when we both were very young. He was a friend of my cousin's, and he would come with my cousin to my house, and then when I'd go to my cousin's house, we would see each other. And one day there was a bunch of girls fighting over Sonny, and I said, no need of y'all fighting because he's going to be my husband, and I've never even thought about dating him or anything. So then we started dating, and we only dated 2 months, and he asked me to marry him, and we got married. I was 15 and he was 17. He had no home, living with his brothers. His mother and dad was dead, and we have had a wonderful home, a wonderful marriage. Not saying that we haven't had our up and downs, but we have. But we have been married for 58 years this past July. So I think we've had a wonderful love story.
Isabelle, we'd like you to tell us about your love story. Tell us how you met your husband, how long you dated, how long you were married, and just a special situation or a story about him and you that you want to share with us today.
Well, in 1945, during World War II, I came to Georgia. I was 18 years old. I met my husband, who lived next door. We dated 3 weeks, then were married. We were married for 57 years. When he passed away, we had a wonderful marriage. It was not always a bed of roses, but we knew each other and knew each other's wants, and we tried to cooperate with each other and work things out. And God blessed us. We got saved in 1954 in April. We were both saved and joined the Church of God here at Duluth. I have been here for 60 years this April. I've enjoyed my life. We had 2 children, Janice and Wayne, and I am proud of my family, and God has given me a wonderful life. I've had peace, joy, and hope in my life, and my husband was very, very good to me. And I thank God that I found him and that he found me. When he first saw me, he said that will be my wife. So we got married and we lived pretty happily ever after.
And 2 weeks later, we had a preacher there running a revival. And I told him, I said, I want you to pray that God will send me a helpmate. I said, I just don't feel like that I can do this alone. I want God to send me somebody that loves you as much as I do, or loves the Lord as much as I do, and wants to serve Him. So they told me, okay, we'll be praying. So about 3 weeks after that, I met David. And I told him, I said, he asked me if I would date him. And I said, the only way I'll date you is you come and go to church with me. Because I promised the Lord I would not date anybody or anything unless they went to church with me. So for about 3 months, he would drive all the way from Atlanta to Thomaston and go to church with me on Sunday morning. And that went on about 2 months, and then he asked me to move to Atlanta and see how I liked it. I'd never left Thomaston in my life. I'd never lived anywhere else. That's where I was raised and born, and I was scared to death, but I knew it was God's will. And I went to my pastor and I asked him, I said, what do you think? And he said, well, it's up to you. What do you think, and what do you think God wants you to do? And I said, well, I think He wants me to step out by faith and go and give it a shot. So I was here from I was here from February until July. And David and I married, and he very much served the Lord for years with me, and we've been very happy. He's been an answer to my prayer. God has blessed me in many ways with him, and it's just been awesome.